There we are, live. Afternoon, everyone. Welcome. 10th Virtual Craft Festival. My 7th. So thank you to Carl, JP, and Dale for having me back on. Looking after you while I'm turning this afternoon, we have Dale from Maple Tree Studios, Kez that did the awesome live earlier on at Spirit and Bear,
Thanks.
and Wayne Bigfoot Woodcrafts. Before I go any further, I haven't done it yet, so I'm going to use the opportunity now to say a big thank you to Wayne. Wayne made me, or turned, an awesome Mr. Bump.
That is really
So
cool.
please go over and check out Wayne and all his miniature turnings and the work that he does. He's fantastic. So what are we going to do today? We are going to turn a gavel and block. I've done a few of these now. So this is one I did before. This is a gavel. The block's still indoors. So we're going to head over to the lathe. I'm going to be doing it out of a purple heart and oak. So while I'm getting ready over there, these guys can let you know who's in the chat and what's going on for the rest of the day.
Participants, shall we? Yes. We've got Anita Ball, we've got Carl Jacobson, we've got Cindy, we've got David Birch, we've got Doug Miller, Harry Malka, Shug, Jeff, Jen Smith, Jim Spalding, Katie Shed, Mark L, Martin Brees, Pete from Twisted Trees, Peter Corrigan, Richard Phelan, Robert Dolman, Shane Hurst, Six Wallet, Spirit and Bear. Hello, wait a minute. Which one is that? Is that actual Spirit and Bear, or is it?
Is that Phil Ferry?
Is it Phil, or is it anyway? Steel Blade, Joey from Steel Blade, Susie Swiss, Woodturning, TFL Woodwards, the Bluelight Tumbler himself, Tony Smith, YV Woodshed, a couple of others that popped in, and Wood Wizardry by Colin. Welcome, everyone.
So what I'm just doing now is I'm just marking up. The actual head's going to be 4 inches, so that's my 4 inches. I'm just marking up where I'm going to drill my centre hole. Now I always do that before I start. I find it's easier to drill into a square thing than it is to drill into a round thing. I am today, normally I do it with a cordless drill, but my cordless drill is not here. So today I'm going to have to do it with my corded one. So lathe's locked, that's script in there. And I'm just going to stick a 10mm hole in, as square as I can. Maybe a little bit more. There we go, that'll do. We can work with that. Release the headstock. And let's start getting this round.
A couple of folks popped in while you were doing that, young sir. We had Clive from Six Wall Art, TJ Hobbies, Branch Whittler, Wayne Bigfoot Woodcraft actually put in an appearance. I mean, anybody would think he might. I mean, rumor has it he's supposed to be earworming today. Jen Smith, and Doug Miller. Remember, folks, if you've got any questions, go on, put QQQ at the front of the question for Scott. And if you want to just howl random abuse, feel free to use whatever you like.
Yeah.
Keep it classy, people. Keep it classy. Form 4B would probably be the type of class we're aiming at.
Now I'm hoping this bit of Purple Heart's going to be all right. I found this in a scrap bin at a wood merchant's in Somerset for £2.60. So I thought bargain. Then I haven't found it had a hole in it.
Oh.
But
still can't complain at £2.60 though, can you?
No, not for a piece of Purple Heart. You can't.
No, definitely not.
I think we'll probably get away with turning most of it out. And it's not that one I've just drilled.
I was going to say you've now got 2 holes.
Louis has come in. Call that craftsman.
Hi, Lewis.
Hello.
Your question: why did that wood take it? Why did that wood look like it had different colours on each face to start with?
So it's where I'd cut it. My bandsaw blade wasn't the sharpest, so it scored it. But you find with purple heart that it will go browny colour while you're working it. And once you're finished, if you leave it in the sun, the purple comes back.
Where's Bonnie when you need it on Connie? Purple.
Still getting over Jake's girls?
Away.
Right.
Jake's in.
Let's just see what diameter we have on that.
Keith Jarvis is in.
Hi,
Cool.
Keith. Hope you had a good holiday, mate.
At the top of the chat, young boys and girls, you'll find a link to buy me a coffee, which isn't buying me a coffee, it's buying Scott a coffee. Again, this is just to say thank you for all the hard work that folks put in doing these lives for you. So if you fancy buying Scott a coffee, go and hit the link at the top of the chat. As we go through the rest of the night, we have coming up after Scott, we have Scott Hampton at Hampton Woodturnings. We have Tim Cunningham at the Urban Forge. We have the Wood Jedi himself, Mr. Wayne Clasper, at 8 p.m. 9 p.m. we have Cameron Porter at Camry's Garage, and at 10 p.m. we have Mr. Jimmy DeResta joining us for a special visit to the Craft Festival. So please make sure you go and check him out later on tonight. 11 p.m. we have the one and only Mr. Franco Noce, who is doing a bit of a collab with Tim Cunningham at the Urban Forge. So let's wait and see what comes out from that.
That'll be cool.
Zach Higgins is in at 12 a.m. or 12 a.m. and we wrap the day up with Mr. Carl Jacobson himself at 1 a.m. GMT.
Okay, so what we're going to do now is just put some lines on to mark where we're going to do. So centre a hole. No,
Ashley's come in now.
Hi, Ashley. 20 mil.
And remember, folks, if you buy Scott a coffee, you've got to buy him a biscuit to go with it.
Oh. But not in January. It's only cakes in January. It's not allowed biscuits.
Not allowed biscuits in January.
Which one's your favourite this month, then?
What, favourite biscuit?
Yeah.
Jammy Dodgers.
It's all pretty cool, though.
My favourite biscuits are custard cream. After that, hobnob.
I thought you were going to take first in it packet. You got
Okay.
Gerard,
So,
the French turner's here.
we're just going to pop a couple of beads on here. Because I want quite small beads, I'm going to use, this is a Ashley Isles fluted parting tool.
That's a cracking little tool.
If you're Wayne Bigfoot, you should probably turn this with a,
Cocktail stick.
Yeah.
Yeah. But for me, it's easy. It does the job. Why make a job hard? So now let's start putting some shape into the gavel.
Depends if you're concreting, mate. And on that note, MK67 people watching, young sir. Folks, if you like what Scott's doing, please hit that thumbs up. And if you're new to the channel and you've not been here before, go on. Why not hit that subscribe button and give that notification bell a bit of a ring. That way you'll get to find out when Scott's doing new content whenever he can in and around his shifts as working in the ambulances here in the UK.
So, question.
Yeah.
Bonnie wants to know, is the tool burning the wood?
No. What it looks like on here, you can can see it going around as what I'm watching is the hole.
I think
It
there's
might
a
also be the camera as well.
there's a very slight colour change as you're riding the bevel, sir.
Okay.
Mark Howe says he's just hit the thumbs up and sub to your channel.
Thank you very much. Thank you to everyone that's subscribed already today. I haven't been till now, but I've picked up a few subscribers along the way, which has been nice. And it's getting me very close to that 1,000 mark.
Ooh, yeah, you're 954. You're getting really close.
Lewis of Corndice Craftsman's fielding the question to me. He says, Dale, do you have an estimated time when you will have your shop put together? Well, we've got the roof on now. We've got the doors to do next week. I don't know, Lewis. I'm hoping mid to late February for the time we've kind of got it in one piece. Got the wood stove to do at some point in the next week or two.
Have you missed it?
There's the odd day when what I want to do is just, I hate not being able to go out and just muck around.
Yeah.
You know, the amount of patterns I've created that it's very disheartening after a while.
Yeah.
You know,
You just want to try them out, though, don't you? You create something. You just
Yep.
want to try it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
a whole bunch of a new style I want to try, kind of thing, a new type of thing I want to make, and we'll be spending lots of time working out how to, and now I just want to go on and do. Rambling answered, Lewis. Sorry about that. We have the Kentish Han Solo himself, the one and only Mr. Barry from Real Simple Things is in the chat.
Hiya, Barry.
Hi, Barry.
Happy birthday for yesterday.
Yeah.
We're looking forward to your first live, young Barry. Looking forward.
All right. Now, there's lots of different shapes out there for gavels and blocks. And you can use your artistic license. I'll let you into a secret that at 9:30 last night, 10 o'clock last night, I still didn't know what I was doing today. So this was an idea. This was an idea floated by Dale and Wayne.
Big meeting of great minds.
Yep.
Yep, and they come up with nothing, so it was left to me and Wayne.
So there was a fair bit of Googling going on.
Oh my god, I wish I could leave it till that late. Everything that I do takes so long, so I have to be.
Weeks worth of planning, isn't it?
Yeah. I literally had 2 weeks non-stop of doing stuff. And even then, I was cutting it close. I kind of just finishing painting while Jake and Jamie were in the background.
Hurling abuse.
Woodturning's by Barry's in, and you've also hit 70 viewers.
Ooh.
Thank you, everyone. Really appreciate it.
Dale Slaughter's in too. You know what I mean? I wish my second name was Slaughter. That'd be awesome. I'd wear leather coats and dark glasses all the time.
More happy with that.
You just have settled for getting slaughtered.
Oh, hey. You went there, didn't you? That was you all by yourself. Nobody helped you there.
He had to. Thin parting tool. So I'm just going to make some relief cuts, give myself some room to work, but also being conscious not to go too thin. If I ring up work in the morning after taking annual leave today and say I'm not coming in because I've been hit in the face, I won't be popular. So a little bit more. Let's just get the tip of a skew.
Skew. Bit of gouge too. Turn it, grit it, done.
How's that looking? That's not too bad. Okay, so speed down. Extraction on. And let's give this some sanding.
Is this like, because it's Purple Heart, is this like Judge Barney's gavel, is it?
Yeah. I was going to do the whole thing out of oak. And then I thought, why not? Let's put some contrasting woods together.
Yeah, you can't beat a bit of contrasting wood.
So,
$74 in.
74 or 75. Lots of purple going on from Barney. I think we should have a whip round and get Barney some purple tinted glasses.
I'm sure if you ask out, and Johnny might have a spare pair.
Woohoo!
Are they like rose tinted?
So same idea, but purple.
There we go.
Jake's out in the chat shouting. So is Joey.
What's Jake shouting about?
Well, the Texans. I mean, they're always noisy, right?
He thinks I'm a comedian.
Who does?
Jake. Yeah, that's what he calls me.
He didn't, Scott. He said you were a joke.
Oh, that's what it was. I thought he was calling me a comedian.
Oh, Mark's right. Connie and Bonnie should be loving this since it's Purple Heart. Yes.
We're just
Leela shouting now. She says she resembles that.
Joe says everything's bigger in Texas.
except Jake.
No, going nowhere. Nope. Can
I have a time check?
Nope. You can have a time check if you like, sir. It'll cost you £3.70. 17, young man.
Cool.
You have 80 beautiful, wonderful, amazing human beings watching you today.
Oh, that must be the most I've ever had. Thank you, everyone.
Joey says hashtag caps lock El Disco Joey. Jim Spaulding says Texas is a whole nother country. And he even wrote it that way. I didn't. That's not me putting on an accent. That's the way it's written. Oh, Jeff says everything's bigger in Texas, including the Eagles. I say nothing. I get into trouble. Remember, folks, today is the 10th Virtual Craft Festival. Who'd have thought it would have got this far? Up today, we have, after we get into this, we're going to have a few other wonderful folks as he desperately says stuff while he's looking for the bit on his screen, muttering away. There we are. After this, we have the amazing, it's 6 p.m. We have Scott Hampton from Hampton Woodturning. We have Tim Cunningham from the Urban Forge, Wayne Clasper at 8 p.m., Cameron Porter at 9 p.m., 10 p.m. we have the man himself, Mr. Jimmy DeResta, 11 p.m. with Franco Noce, 12 a.m. we have Zach Higgins, and we round out the day with the one and only permanent Gilligan's Island resident, Mr. Carl Jacobson at 1 a.m.
So we're going to have a bit of a design change.
Ooh.
Because that hole is still there.
Uh-oh.
That's right. That's right. We'll just have a.
Folks, if go on,
Yeah.
mate. Sorry, my bad.
No,
I was
you,
just going to
you
give them.
carry on, mate. You carry
I
on.
was going to do that. I was going to do that. I was going to do that. I was going to do that. And if you're new to the channel, folks, hit subscribe and give that notification bell a good old clang.
I'm looking at 83 watching.
Ooh. You know, I thought you were at least 72, mate. That's well done.
Make up, pal. Make up.
How are you going to make the other side smooth like the other end? How's that going to work?
When I cut it off
sand in the
and
shivers.
stick it on the. I've got a little sander that goes in the end there. And
Got a little
like
something.
yeah.
There is a
So
trick.
it's
There is a
because of that
trick to
hole.
this, though, Scott. If you don't get it smooth, you just call it a meat tenderizer, and nobody will know.
That's a great trick.
So because of that hole, it's not quite equal, but
We should get Andy to make a large mallet.
yeah.
A foam.
Yeah.
I took a gamble and it didn't pay off, so that's my fault. But what I
Clive
can
out
do
in the
is
chat. Go on.
use some of this dust and some CA and fill it in and sand it afterwards.
Young Clive from Snake's Wallah says, Scott, he promises to finish your piece ASAP. The GPS Mr. Bump artwork.
Clive, you have had much more important things to worry about, mate.
Yes, you
It's
have.
greatly appreciated. But you know what's going on. I'm not going to divulge it in here. It's not the right place. But yeah, we all know friends, family, and other stuff gets in the way of our making, and sometimes they are more important, and you know, have to take precedence. So this is just a bit of methylated spirits, or
Let me run with this one. You've got a question from McGev out in the chat. He says, may I ask why the name Bluelight? Well, see, he started off being a spark, which meant it caused lots of blue flashes, sort of thing. Then he moved on to disco kind of thing, where there was lots of flash and blue lights. He clearly liked the blue lights. Then he moved on to being a special police officer, which is more blue lights. And he's now in ambulance. He's now in the ambulance corps, training to be a paramedic. So he's got a thing for blue lights.
you know what? I've never thought of it like that, Dale. But now you've said it, that's quite funny.
You know, that's why he's called Blue Light Tumbler.
And that's down to Charles Deering. So just a little bit of Yorkshire grip.
Oh, dear me.
A little bit.
So it's gone bang bang, flash flash. You know what I mean? Catch him, Scott. Oh no, pick him up, kind of thing. So he's gone from being carried away in the ambulance, kind of thing, to helping call ambulances now to actually being the ambulance. So that's kind of how it's going. It's gone full circle.
Yeah.
Billy Brown has just come into the chat.
Drive like a nut. I mean, drive professionally at speed.
Yeah. Sneaks Warlock Clive says, thanks, Scott. Thanks for being so chilled about it.
Mate.
I've still got one of your projects to finish, Scott.
I know.
It
is what it is. You know, we all make things for each other, and we do it as we do. I've got a bit that I'm on the go for Clive. That's been on the go for since Dale's barbecue.
2021.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've got a bit for Huey on the go as well.
Just finish it for the next one in 2022. That's
what I was thinking, mate. Get them all done for June at a safe postage, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Wivey says she would love to hear Dale's description of being the red light. Right. So he started off. No. We'll just leave it there.
Kitey Shed said firefighter next then, Scott.
No.
Antival says no chance.
I take my hat off to our fire service and what they do and stuff like that. But I definitely think there's something wrong with them to be wanting to go into burning buildings.
Jared, the French turner, said he must go back to work. They'll up the wall. Bye until next time.
Cheers for coming in, Gerard.
See you, Gerard.
But yeah, I don't fancy the firefighter bit either.
No.
Everybody's running out, and you've got to run in.
Yeah.
Mm.
No, don't get me wrong. They do some fantastic work, and they were driving ambulances in the summer during the height of COVID. But
it's when they kept running into the patients and covering them in water, you thought something might be wrong.
It's when the police were doing it as well, and they kept running in and putting handcuffs on them. or you'd go on selected estates, shall we say?
When the wood turn up, let's just pulled into the
Oh,
chat.
Wayne, hope you've had a good day. Yeah, you'd go on selected areas or estates, and the first thing that says, "Why you got a police officer with you?" It's driving the ambulance. It was London's way of putting more vehicles on the road by splitting us up and having other blue light drivers.
I wonder how much efficiency would be improved if a police officer accompanied a number of ambulance drivers in certain locations inside London and certain locations around the UK. I would imagine the crime solving rate would improve dramatically.
Oh yes,
improve dramatically.
Okay. Let's get this bit cut off and finished because I'm losing time.
Wing. Joey's still shouting. Oh wait, he's not got a blue one on this one. We can shut him up.
You know how I'm going to sort that end out, though? Like this.
Yeah. Oh, righty. It's a contrivance.
This is one of the first tools I made when I took up wood turning.
Seth at Brickhouse has just jumped in and joined in.
Hello, Seth. How are you, sir?
Hiya, Seth.
You still have 82 gorgeous, beautiful, amazing human beings watching this particular show. Folks, if you like what Scott's doing, please hit that thumbs up. And if you're fresh to the channel and you've never seen him before, go on. Please consider subscribing, hitting that notification bell. Today is obviously the 10th Virtual Craft Festival. We have a great many wonderful folks on today. And if you want to check out who's up next, you can land on our automated playlist, which will take you to the next show after this one. Up after this one at the top of the hour will be Scott Hampton. Scott's an amazing guy, an amazing wood turner, so please stick around after Scott wraps up and give Scott some support on the 10th Virtual Craft.
Once Scott's wrapped up, stay around for Scott.
And the wonderful Mark Walt has just joined.
Hiya, Mike.
Every time I see Mike Walt's name, I think of Dam Busters. I don't know why.
So this is a piece of oak. This was actually, I got this on Marketplace with big offcuts of green oak buildings, and I don't think the guy knew the value of the timber he had, because I probably picked up 8 foot of 6x6 blanks for a tenner.
Wow, that's pretty good going.
You have 90 people watching, young sir.
Ooh.
Thing is, Scott, a lot of times when wood looks dirty and disheveled like that, people just don't see anything in it.
Just discard it, don't they?
Yeah.
Yes. Well,
get it
some of it had nail holes in it and some of it had bolts in it, but I'll just chop it up and take it out of the way.
Yeah.
Put it in plainer without check it nails like I did the other week with a lovely piece of teak. And ruin my blades.
Oh, no. That's
Paul
not
Kavanagh's here.
Hiya, Paul.
Says he's here. That's all that matters.
You now have got 90 in the chat, pal.
nice.
So this blank was probably a bit bigger than what I wanted, but let's make some shavings.
I remember, folks, if Scott hits 100 in the chat, he's going to make one of these for everyone here.
I'll eat a biscuit for everyone that's in the chat.
Glad you've recovered, Paul. Paul had the week from COVID out.
COVID's not nice.
Family's okay.
There we go. It's my demo. How to make shavings.
You nailed it there, Scott.
This is me being clean and tidy doing it.
Don't tell people he's going to nail it, Kez. They'll be thinking, what kind of wood turner is this?
If I have a rough day at work, I'll just come in here, put a bit of wood on it, and then just, you know, make a mess. Not necessarily make something, just fire shavings everywhere.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right.
I think we've all got workshops that are very, very therapeutic. Sometimes they give you more stress in your workshop than what you're
Oh, yeah.
trying to escape from, but it's all part of fun.
Right. So, this end's going to be the end for the head, and this end is going to be the bottom. So what we need to do is take that down to 10 mil. I dropped my trusty sizing guide. Now this is just a 10 mil ring spanner.
Scott's got his ring out. Is that 10 mil?
Yep. You know that
10
spanner
mil.
that no one can ever find?
You've got a box of them.
No, it lives on the hook. Guess where it's going back now?
It's going back. It's going into that, but you leave it there. The 13 mil socket and 10 mil spanner fairy. I'll come and steal them.
No.
JP's
Yeah, the program's just gone down. Dino, JP's here.
Joey's still shouting. Bellowing from the top of his voice.
And young Mr. Handy Eel has just come into the chat.
Hello, young Andy. How are you all?
Hello, Mr. Hill. Okay. I'm going to go for quite a simple chat. I've got 25 minutes. We've got to get a handle and the base done.
As JP says, could be breakfast. He didn't have time for that this morning. JP has worked very hard on this virtual craft here as always, particularly hard. Everybody say thank you to him.
Yeah, excellent show again. And don't forget, we've got the awesome Mr. Jimmy DeResta.
We've also got the more awesome Wayne the Woodturn on later. And if any of you don't already subscribe to him, please subscribe as he's trying to hit a milestone on subscriptions.
He's so close, bless him.
Even if your granny's got a laptop, get her to subscribe as well. She might have gone, you never know, she might have gone to school with Wayne.
Wayne's got to go, so he's got to go and pack the car and get ready for later.
Okay, Wayne. He's had a busy day, bless him.
See you later, Wayne.
He's been demoing all day, and then he's coming home to provide another demo for the craft festival. So,
where's he been demoing?
Woodturning Club. So,
Has he?
yeah, he's not even going to have time to have dinner before he starts.
Bless him. I knew he was missing all day because I've not seen him in any of the chats anywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know he was demoing.
Wayne is in fact the founder member of the paramilitary wing of the Winnett's and Hangers Club.
Do I dare ask what that is?
No.
Okay.
I'm sure we'll find out later on.
Yeah.
Probably.
So come in later on if you don't know what I just said. Come in later on and we'll explain it on 8 p.m. on Saturday.
What the Wingits and Hingits Club is. Time check. 20 minutes, yeah?
Yes.
Ashley's just face palmed. You have 90 beautiful people watching, sir, and 58 thumbs up.
Fantastic.
90 people
Thank
watching,
you.
and 47 of them are still awake. Who knows?
I ain't started sanding yet, Wayne.
Sanding. I think I've sanded my fingers off this week.
I think I'm going to be taking this one to the wire.
Oh my. Take it, Togi. Are you gonna do the block too?
Yes, mate. Luckily, most of that is rounded, so it's. I should do it. Not I should. I will do it.
You can do it.
Stay on target. Stay on target.
I just might not chat for a little while.
No, we're going to keep you talking to mess with you. So if you were to produce an estimate, how many cakes have you had in January?
We including Jaffa cakes.
Yes.
Oh.
Oh,
Over a few hundred then.
Over a few hundred?
Yeah,
My
Jaffa cakes, mate. You get 10 in a pack.
Any yum-yums in amongst them?
and how many packs a day is that?
He's actually prescribed at least one packet of Jaffa cakes a day. You know, I was on the same thing until I moved to Scotland, so they've now prescribed me and Tunnock's tea cakes.
No, I had how many was it, Dale? 300 or?
During start of COVID, I sent Scott 300 Jaffa cakes.
I didn't eat them all myself.
Yeah, the red hot go though.
Some went to work.
Yeah.
Teabag had a few.
Well, the idea was is that some would go to some would go to the ambulance station, some would go to Scott, and the others who would have fun just generally dotting around the place. But 300 of them is what we shipped. Yeah.
Very
The idea
sweet.
was some would go to ambulance station, and the other 298 would stay with Scott.
No, we just played a prank on the ambulance station and sent them empty boxes.
Did he?
No.
You bounder! You absolute bounder!
Should I let you into a little secret though? What we did do on the ambulance station.
Uh-oh! You're alive for the whole world to
Do you
hear.
need a solicitor for this one,
Do you
Scott?
need legal advice?
So we might have had a delivery to an ambulance station. One said to the ambulance station and one said for the fire station.
Okay.
But both were delivered to the ambulance station.
Okay.
Guess where both stayed?
You were very decent, amazing human beings, and you, of course, took them to the fire station, right?
Yeah.
I feel an element of
Christmas cards still on the windowsill.
That giggle
dear,
says
oh dear.
No, we. Do you know what? We had so much because we're right next to each other. We were just sharing it between us. The community in New Addington is fantastic.
And Croydon Fire Station have just come into the chat.
It's not Croydon Fire Station. Mate, we were sharing everything.
I'm saying nothing.
Between the two stations, we had over 1,000 mince pies.
Wow.
Yeah.
Not as good as Joe's pies, though.
Nah. I have just made a mess up here, but that's not a problem. I forgot to sand and seal it. What? Never mind. It doesn't matter with Yorkshire grit if you do forget. The oils will just go into the wood. And then you can apply another layer of Yorkshire grit need be. I want to get this finished. So.
See, you've put Yorkshire grit on the end. Right? What's going into the mallet?
Yep.
Would that affect the holding power of the?
So
glue?
I'm gonna do use Sarbon. Some adhesives I believe it will, but I've never had a problem with it.
Ruben,
If you are worried, then you could just use a bit of methylated spirits on the end just before you put it in, just to clean it off. So this is just a bit of chestnuts microcrystalline.
I've just had a very unfortunate piece of microcrystalline gone hard, so I used some spirit to thin it and soften it, and then used it on a painted piece and took all the paint off. Wonderful.
Oh no!
I know. 3 times this thing's been painted today. Next time it's painted, it's going to be fired. It's going to be the first contribution to the pizza oven.
Yeah. That pizza oven was huge.
It's still on draft, to be honest with you. The lads who were supposed to be bringing it down garden to around the back. They've let me down and not turned up, and so I've got somebody else. My neighbours, the dad's got a big company, so he's going to send some lads round to carry it.
Cool.
It's the top bit weighs 150 kilos, so I'm not into carrying out like that these days.
No, I don't blame you.
How long after it's been carried can you be cooking it, Wayne?
Well, as soon as they put it down, it's best if they actually put it down first. And
I think that's
I just wonder if it's the next stop on the way up to Scotland.
It's actually a cover story. It is in fact a giant foot spar.
Yeah, it's. I've actually made the stand for it incorrectly. I took the drawings from their manual and their drawings. What they've got as external drawings is actually the internal drawings. So that's make it interesting.
Right.
You got a stand that's now too small.
It's just bang on, but once I do the screeding on it, it's going to be too. Well, I'll get by it. I'll get by.
You'll be making pizzas by the spring.
Yep.
Yes.
Right, let's have a quick change of camera for the lathe. What number was it? I've scribbled it on the workbench somewhere. That one.
Yes.
Yep. So what I've already done on here is, as Wayne the Woodturner does, I've just used a force and a bit.
Time check for you, young Scott. You are at 5:45 p.m.
Right.
You have
Come on, Scott.
83 beautiful, beautiful human beings watching you. And you have 6 thumbs up.
Bulk out.
The top of the chat, folks. Oh, bit of camera shenanigans, Scott.
Yes.
Nope.
Scott's turned into a disco.
El
Get-
disco.
get
Settle down now,
Jackson's
mate.
in there,
Settle
Scott.
down.
Yeah, it's
Settle
the
down.
lathe.
Uh-oh. Oh no.
That's
Uh-oh.
not what I want to see, Scott.
I've got another camera down that end. Just got to find which one it is.
Just don't put the toilet cam on.
Uh-oh.
13.
Uh-oh. There we go. Oh, no.
No, it's not 13.
Dooby-dooby-doop. Dooby-dooby-doop.
Number 1. Right, well, that's
Magical
worked out.
mystery tour.
So this is the camera that people were moaning about, the colour.
It's a little washed out and a little grainy. We can see what you're doing, sir. We can see what you're doing.
So I did try swapping the camera, but obviously that.
Can I ask Jake, Mr. Thompson, if he's okay and he don't need subtitles for me today?
So because this is the sounding, obviously the sounding block, I like to leave a ring around the edge that's flat, so it'll sit on the table, but then it's got a hollow, so it will make more of a bang.
I saying nothing.
Let's go for a bigger gouge and get more wood off.
If you're doing, I mean, what are you going to do? If you're going to do a profile on this, Scott, you might want to change camera.
Yeah, I will in a minute. Let me just. You'll see it when I flip it round in a minute, mate. So what I did yesterday is I got ready, and then I dropped it on the bedways.
Okay.
So I was just getting rid of the dent. How are we doing? 10 minutes.
You're all right.
JP says, hashtag RC Graffiti.
Yeah, I wonder who put it there. Mr. Page. The worrying bit is there's also more graffiti in here that says Jamie Page, 9th of Jan 2022, and he's drawn a love art underneath it. Right, bit of sand sealer on the bottom. Just wipe off that
Suppose it
excess.
could have been worse, Scott. You could have drawn the love art and wrote Jamie Page.
Yeah. So, because we're short of time, I'm not going to Yorkshire grit or wax it. I'll do that by hand afterwards using the buffing system. I'd already put the mortise in the bottom. We've just got a dovetail on, so we need to quickly swap chucks.
What, 9 minutes, Scott?
So I'm just going to throw everything around the workshop and
You're
then
doing
clean
great,
it up
pal.
later. Oh, don't do this to me, you son. You know when you've been meaning to take your chuck apart?
Yeah.
You
Why
think,
does it always happen when you're live though? And you're trying
I
to be quick.
Maybe I'll go back to the other one.
Jake says, you've got this, Scott. Everybody's rooting for you to get it finished. It's quite difficult, folks, to try and get a job done in this said time.
It should go on dovetails, but I'm not playing around with that.
And Joey's shouting at you, saying you can do it, Scott.
Does he ever not shout?
What, Joey?
I don't think he quite.
You know this El
realises
Disco with Joey?
Yeah.
Do you think he ever goes to a silent one? Because he's always shouting. Right, there we go.
I don't think he realises modern technology means
Stand
you
out the
don't have to
way.
shout from Texas to England.
Cool.
Yeah.
So, time-wise, we're going to go for a nice, simple shape. We don't just want it to look like a block of wood, though, so we will put in some.
Carl Jacobson says, great job, Scott. You've got to run a quick errand. And TLF Work says, this has been a fantastic laugh.
He's got his concentrating face on there.
Oh. I think Mr. Dale popped out.
Oh,
Oh, nearly fell on the shavings.
Don't let me fall on
Live,
the
that would have been funny, wouldn't it?
We honestly won't take Mickey, I'm sure.
Speak for yourself, man.
Jamie Page is in here. There'd be a meme somewhere.
Joey's shouting. You don't need to shout. It's called digital access. We can read it. You don't need to shout, Joey, all the way from Texas.
He was trying to see if he can hear himself.
I'm sure he can. Yeah. Captain Caxlaw. Da-da-da-da-da. How much?
Ironically, if you speak to Joey, you'll find out he's a really quiet guy. Or is that just because I keep muting him?
I'm sorry. Are we talking about our Joey?
Yeah, because I just keep muting him, I think.
That'll be it. Turn the volume down, mate. That's how it works. Oh, I've lost all my links now because of that power cut. Oh no!
Is that what you have?
Yep, power went off.
Oh.
It wasn't me pushing any red buttons or anything. I genuinely the power went off.
I must admit, Dale, I didn't even notice you'd gone until Scott.
Oh, thank you so much.
You've been
Thank you
quiet.
so much. You know, I mean, I was
You're
being
welcome.
wonderfully polite and calm.
You're doing great, Scott. You've got 5 minutes, pal.
At the top of the hour, we have Mr. Scott Grant. Scott Grant. Right now, we've got Scott Grant on. Look at the bloody list. After this, we've got Scott Hampton at Hampton's Woodturnings. Following that, we've got Tim Cunningham at the Urban Forge. We've got the Wood Jedi himself, Mr. Wayne Clasper at 8 p.m. Cammy's Garage with Cameron Porters at 9 p.m. Mr. Jimmy DeResta joins us at 10 p.m. Beyond that, we have the wonderful Franco Noce, the singular Zach Higgins, and the man himself, and Mr. Carl Jacobson, rounding out the day, I believe, from Gilligan's Island, though that might be just me making stuff up. You have 76 beautiful human beings watching you, sir. 62 thumbs up. Folks, if you're new to Scott's channel, please hit that subscribe button and give that notification bell a bit of a ring. Stay on target. Stay on target.
Joey says, move out of the way, Scott, so we can see what you're doing.
Sorry. I need a tech friend to come and sort my cameras.
Ship one. I know one you can ship down from Scotland.
I've got a stream deck before Christmas. It's still sat in the box.
Good Lord. James Garwood said he's just subbed, Scott. You're now at 966.
Whoa, thank you very much. Four minutes.
Yep. Drama.
Can't see.
Drama. Din, 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 din. Are you going to grit this?
No. We're going to oil it, so we get some sort of finish on there.
Are you going to paint it?
No, mate. I'm going to clean my glasses though, so I can see what I'm doing.
He's enjoying it far too much.
Don't do this much work at work.
Dindle, 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 dindle.
So this is just chestnuts, lemon oil.
I think we should have the countdown music. Did it, diddly do.
With a crack on the end of it. Right. That can go there, tidy that up. Where's Chucky? Here's the big one.
3 minutes. Tiki talkie. Hang in there, folks. You don't need to jump channels. This playlist will roll over directly into Scott. And this Scott will finish before the next Scott comes on. We have a collection of Scots. It's a bog off. You get 2 for 1.
2 for 1 Scots.
What's a collective noun for Scots?
Yeah, you get 2 for 1, which means you get 1 Scot free.
Oh my word! Well done, that man. Oh yeah, see what you did there. Well done. Right. 2 minutes. You're still in the wrong camera, man. You're still in the wrong camera.
Yeah, there's a reason.
Because he's ugly.
Oh my god.
Oh mate. Oh no.
Tick tock 2 1. You've got less than 2 minutes.
Yep.
Come on, man. Come on, man. Do it. Do it now. Get the right camera on. Do it now.
Camera.
Come on. Bonnie wants to see the purple heart.
Come on, get it in there, Scott.
It is a tight fit, but
yeah, it's only a wee thing.
Right to the wire.
Cool, man.
Yeah,
Cool. Look at that.
60 seconds left.
Let's
Go
bring
on.
these guys back in. Thank
Right.
you very much, everyone. Sorry it went white to the wire, but we got there. They are nice, simple projects. There is a little bit of finishing to do on this one. Obviously, there's a hole that I can fill and a bit of hand sanding. But I'll do that and then I'll put up.
Scott,
Yeah,
Scott,
Just-
get to
everybody
Scott.
sat on edge of the seats.
Right,
Come on,
I'm going
Scott.
to say goodbye because Scott's
Wait.
on now. Head over. See you all soon.
See you
Okay.
later.